Alright. Hey guys, Squid here. So this is my first tutorial, and before anybody asks, I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm flipping. This is a BRS replicant. It's a premium version, but this one's a little special because this one has carbon fiber scales, and I don't think there's anyone else with the same, because I think it's a one of one because it was a custom. But yeah. All right, onto the move. So the move that we're going to be learning today is it's kind of like a variation of what we call around the world. And if you don't know around the world, then I recommend that you learn that first, and then you come back to this video. So here's what the move looks like. And if I mess up, I'm not going to retake this video because my hands are super fucked up. So here we go. All right, so you can really end the move in any variation, but the trick itself is the aerial. And sometimes I might not catch it properly. It's a little better. You can catch it in open and closed. It really, like, there's a bajillion different ways to catch it, but again, this is what it looks like. One more time. Alright, so how do you do the fucking move? First thing is that you can start off with the bite or the safe handle. It doesn't really matter. Of course, if you throw it with the bite handle, you're going to end up with a bite handle, and if you throw it with the safe handle, you end up with a safe handle. So if you're learning this move, I would recommend that you start off with the safe handle just because it's a little safer. Although I believe that the bite handle has more opportunities for combos. So once you learn it, then you can get comfortable. But if you're learning this first on a live blade, I recommend you tape it because this move won't particularly cut you a lot, but it will stab you all the time because this motion, your hand, you're like kind of figuring out where to catch it, and all the time, like right before I started this video, I was practicing stab my hand. So what you're going to do is, starting from the safe handle, what we're going to do is we're going to just throw out the handle anyway. We're going to do a double rollout. If you don't know what that means, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. So we're going to do double rollout, and using the index and thumb, or the thumb and middle finger, actually be any of these fingers with your thumb, but these are the most comfortable. What you're going to do is you're going to do an around the world like motion, but instead of doing it forward, you're going to be doing this to the side. All right, so you're going to start like this. You're going to throw it like this, okay? Throw it. Now, you're probably wondering, well, can I just do one rollout and then throw it? And that's not going to work out, because if any of you know how aerials work on the Balisong, you're going to get a very, very improper aerial, or the aerial rotation won't be as clean. So I'm going to demonstrate this really quickly if you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be holding the handle kind of like this. And if I throw the aerial, it's a pretty clean throw, right? Where the handle is on the outside when you start. And this revolution is very clean. Now, if you throw the aerial with the spine, it's kind of upwards instead of downwards like this, right? You're going to get a very improper throw, and the weight, it's not going to be as smooth. It's doable. I mean, you can do this move in this manner, but it's not very easy to catch. So I don't recommend that you do it that way. So again, starting from here, you're going to be going into this motion, and you're going to throw this down to the side as perfectly horizontal as you can. Okay, it's just like that. Okay, and then at a point right around at the bottom, right around here, you're going to let go, and that's kind of the difficult part to teach, because I mean, obviously I can't teach you how to. You're not touching the knife in the air, so it really depends on your release of the knife, and you want it to have enough momentum so that when you throw it, you catch the same handle. There is a cheater version of this move. If you guys are You guys are pussies and you guys don't want to do the full aerial. Okay, here's what you can do: is you can start, from this safe handle, and you don't actually have to do the aerial. What you can do is this will travel around. You can do a cheater, okay, and see this bite handle come around. And instead of this knife doing a full rotation and then you catch it, what you can do is you just catch this handle that comes around. So I'll demonstrate that really quick. So you can do any opening really, and then from here, catch the handle. I mean, you can make that little motion more elaborate, so it looks like you're doing the move. And to most people, you can't really tell. But I mean, to people who do this, I mean, it obviously looks a lot better to do this full rotation, which I think looks 30,000 times better. Okay. All right. So again, just from the top, you're going to be doing double rollout, then putting your fingers near the end of the knife. You can do this, kind of like in the middle, or but not really towards the top, just because you need this handle to move through your fingers. This is going to hit your palm right here if you don't give this enough room. So kind of do this right here, and you give it enough momentum, and then you catch. Okay, so you're going to catch it like this. You're going to catch in this kind of orientation, and then from here, it honestly is up to you, because this is more of a technique, in my opinion, than a move itself. So for me personally, what I do most often is when I complete this move and I catch the safe handle in that orientation, so catch. What I usually like to do is I like to do this little wrist pass motion and come up into an index rollover, and then you can do whatever you want. Okay. Other ideas include you catch here, ricochet down, throw, do a reverse catch. It doesn't. There's billions and bajillions of combinations, and if you guys really want me to make a video of extra stuff, then I can come up with combos for you guys to use for this move. So for combos that, I mean, if you were to do this off the bite handle, I'm going to come back to a point that I went to earlier. If you were to do this trick off the bite handle, oh shit, sorry, this has a pocket clip on it. It's kind of awkward to hold. I'll try again. All right, so you catch the bite handle, and you can go into a variety of different moves, which include chaplains, and which is my favorite, which is the aerial to chaplain, or the aerial. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any pointers, but really it's you just gotta. The most important part of this move is this throw, this point of release, really. So knowing how much to throw it and knowing where to release it. And so I recommend what you do is you practice this motion, getting it sideways. I mean, that can't be too hard, right? And then releasing it, and then seeing how fast, in the air that it kind of rotates, and just kind of watch the handles. I think the easiest way, if you want to make this easier on yourself, is to throw the move and then try to catch the handles, kind of open position. Like you kind of like keep your hands open instead of trying to catch this handle, which is a little bit more difficult in my opinion. Just kind of open your hand up and you catch this handle just like that. Well, I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions or comments on how I made this tutorial, please leave a suggestion. Shit, I shouldn't have dropped that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.